Tikanis, I hope you are all wide awake and you can see me behind the podium because I'm a very small person.
If you like, you can sit here.
It's all right. I come from a small country, and small country makes small people. But I'm here not to represent my country. I'm here to represent UFAMI, which is a European organization. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tell you what we do in UFAMI to see whether we can be of help to you. We are already there, we are already in Europe, and we can get help. I tell you how far we went. Someone before me said we're going through a journey, and I'm going to take you to this journey. We have our mission, we have our values, and we have our aims. I'm going to tell you what family caregivers, a typical scenario in all over Europe. I'm trying to be brief because I don't like people to bring me a paper and say it's just 5 minutes. So I'm going to be brief. How UFAMI goes about its work, and I'm going to give you some examples. And the position on community care and the services, and the declaration that we did, and how UFAMI can support its members. And if you like, we are here to offer you our help. This is a brief history of what UFAMI is. It started in 1992, and it's 20 years. Last time I've been giving a talk in Dublin, someone said, if it's an organization is more than 10 years old, it means it's a very good organization. And we are celebrating our 20th year. And we have 28 countries joined to UFAMI, 48 associations. So that tells you our history. Our mission is to represent the family members of people affected with mental illness. We believe that the mentally ill should represent themselves, but then there are the other 30% who are not able to represent themselves, and then this is the way the family should support them. We are involved with leading authority, European authority, and advocate for families of the mentally ill. We support our member association in all the endeavors they are going through, and we help member associations to combine their efforts both at regional and at European levels. We lobby European policymakers to support legislations and campaign for adequate resources. Family carers should be acknowledged as equal partners with professionals. We've been hearing this. We talk about the mentally ill, that they should be there as partners in care, even the families. Because when we talk about family care, we are going from hospitalization to the family. But sometimes I wonder, are we saying community care or family care? Because most of the mentally ill are cared 24 hours by their family. And here I fear, are we adding burden to the family and not giving them enough help? What kind of help are the family receiving? And this is what we are advocating for. People with mental illness should be cared for in an appropriate environment and provided with all the necessary health and social services. We cannot go half measures. We should start, but it's a voyage. We should continue. No half measures are accepted. The needs of carers themselves for support. Let us not have more mentally ill by not supporting the family. We know that 30% of the families taking care of their mentally ill develop mental illness themselves. What is the typical scenario all over Europe? There is variations between the East and the West, and between the North and the South, between islands. the scenario is so different. We all want to go to the same aim and to the best aim. Well, if we had to look at the health system stakeholders, all these in the picture should be there. Who are the carers? They are people in their 40s and 60s mostly, when there is a lot of stress on the family. We shouldn't add more stress there. We should support the family. And what about the young carers, 15, 14, 16, who are taking care of their mentally ill? What are we doing for them in Europe? Sometimes we do give a lot of lip service, but what about the true services? Let me give some examples. Approach to achieve these aims. What are we doing? We are going at European level. We always invite MEPs. How? We are focused on engagement program. We talk always as UFAMI with legislators and policymakers. The key influencers, who are the key influencers? They are the psychiatrists. They have been talking about the medical model. Should there be the medical model only, or should we get away from the medical model? Care teams, the professional bodies, the media. What does the media do to us? Sometimes it only talks about someone committed suicide, about someone called lunatic. Should we tolerate these things? If something goes wrong, it's always the mentally ill who are to blame, other advocacy groups. And we support our own members and talk to them. Early engagement with patients, with professionals is always very essential, and partnership. We are not viewed as combatants. We are not fighting. If I have to tell you what David Cameron has said, what is the way forward? The way forward is for NGOs to have a voice, and that's the way politics should run. And what did Obama say? Obama said, NGOs are saving America billions of dollars. So there is a place for NGOs. We have to be a united voice. And what is UFAMI, if not a united voice of 28 countries? In strength, we have power. If I fight a battle on my own, I'm nothing. If we fight it together, we will get there. I have been following some protests here. And it was a peaceful protest, and I enjoy seeing the young protesting in a very civil way. This is the way things should be done. How are we contributing and playing our part as UFAMI? We engage with policymakers. We transfer knowledge. We have a magazine that goes round our all members so that they see what we are doing, where we are going, and if a country needs our help. Engage with professional bodies, both European and national, and contribute to training standards. We join standards working group, like I'm here today. Representation and participation. As I've said, I'm not going all through this, but we are with EU, we are with the World Health Organization, we are invited to take part every time as UFAMI, and we always try to say someone, because our voice counts. Our voice is not of one country, but of 28 countries. Your country is one of them.